for this rivalry week?
No, not really. We've got quite a bit of inventory that we carry and a lot of different personnel groups, and that's by design for the whole season. So, we keep a lot of things, in our back pocket, so to speak, just because of our multiplicity and how our offense is built and what we believe in. So it gives us ability to be different.
Did Western show you anything that you could use?
I thought they did a really nice job, with their plan. We've watched that game obviously and studied it, and there's very similar in styles. So there'll be some things that we can see some things that things that we do. That we can get a better vision. Sometimes you don't get that of what it would look like. So, but we'll keep our personality. We'll do what we do.
They seem to have a lot of success with the tight ends. Western did. Is that something maybe you could replicate?
In our system, it depends on who they leave open. So we don't really try to take it to one guy. There's 5 guys got a chance to get the ball. It depends on how they're playing coverage.
Coach, it seemed like last week you went to Sonoris and then Dyer, then Dominique Brown. Is that something that you want to continue?
No, we're Charlie made that statement, I believe, yesterday. We're going to go. We're basically going to go with 2 guys, and we'll have situational roles, for the 3rd guy. But we need to get a rhythm at tailback, and we to establish that the kid's got to play. It's no different. I couldn't be you can't do that at tailback. You obviously can't do that at quarterback. So that's another position like quarterback. You got to give them rhythm. So we'll put we'll go with 2 guys, and then we'll have a situational role for the 3rd guy.
Was that a factor in your not running the ball?
No, that had nothing to do with it. It's just one of the fixes. We just weren't we weren't sharp. And honestly, we were cutting. It was 1 guy, maybe 2 guys, but that's the game of football. And you can't be the guy. That's our motto this week. Don't be the guy. Because we have opportunities for some breakout runs, and we're 1 hat away, or we're, that hat could have been a technique, could have been an assignment. So we just got to clean up. It was unacceptable what we did last week.
With their tempo and what you can do, can we see 100 plays this week?
Who knows? Who knows? You never know when you get in these kind of games what they're going to be like. You don't know week to week. You just don't know until you get there and get in it.
The last time Teddy was in Lexington was his breakout game, comes off the bench. What do you remember about that game, and how different will he be in this game compared to how he was in that game?
He knows our offense. When he went in then, he was just in an apprentice, phase of his career. He was just really, finding out how to do things for the first time, all things that time. And he knows our offense. He could coach it. He can coach it to detail. So he's very comfortable in it and functions at a really high level in it. So it's a totally different player.
What
Sean,
does
is
their
Cam
defense do
Joyer?
well?
I tell you, I think they're, I have a lot of respect for the coaches. Some of the guys I know, and they get those kids playing real hard. They're bringing a new scheme, which I think over time is going to be really good. I think they're working their way there. They're like, they're no different than we are right now. We're all working our way to what we hope to be. As each week goes on, you get better and you get better. So. I've got a lot of respect for how hard they play. They've got a really nice scheme. They do some really, good sound things that, we'll have to work against.
Sean, is Cam Joyer 100% at this point?
Yes, he is. He's ready to go.
Do you plug him back into the starting lineup now, or how does that work?
He'll play. Yeah, he's going to be our starter. Yeah, he'll start for us.
Do you think that helps the run game at all?
You know what? It'll certainly help. Chris did a good job for us. Probably played as good as he can play in there. And Cam will give us another dimension. Cam can really run, and he's real comfortable in what we're doing. He's comfortable working with Jake. So that helps us out a lot, having him back 100%. Some of the X's and O's would probably be argued could be the same, but the philosophy is different.
Coach, do you have any general opinion why Kentucky hasn't had to have success in the past?
I don't. I really don't. I've been taking care of my world.
Do you think any of the struggles on Saturday could be attributed to a lack of excitement?
Nah, you know what? We always try to guard against that. It's one of those things that as a coach, you always try to guard against. What we've always done here as a staff is, we have never really worried about the opponent. What we've worried about is us in improving, and that's honestly that's where my biggest displeasure was, is that I felt like we should have improved vastly more in the run game, because actually we were better in the first week than we were in the second week, and that's why I was so upset, because I thought we took a step back.
Sean, what did you kind of seen out of the development of Devontae? You know, I think he's number 3 all time in touchdowns, and where do you kind of think he can establish himself as some of the best at this position at school?
In the school's history, yeah, no doubt. I think he can walk out of here with all the records. You know, he's I think one of the better receivers in the country. He's certainly one of the best ones I've ever worked with in my career, and I've been blessed to be around some really good ones. But he's explosive. He's got great leaping ability. He's got length to go along with the speed. So he embodies exactly what you want in a receiver. He's a ball fetcher, and his ability to track a football is what makes him special, I think.
What's he got to get better at over the course of the next?
I just think the big thing for him is that he continues to challenge himself to push to another level. You know, can't be satisfied with where he's at, because if he truly wants to reach an elite status and be considered one of the best in the country, that's what he's got to do.
All right, guys, he's got to go.
Yeah.
Thanks.